Not I'm sure, I'm sure. Hello, welcome to my first video on YouTube. First, I want to apologize because of my accent. My English is not very good, but I am not a native language speaker, so that's why it's not very good, but I will make my best. I just want to tell you a little bit of New Zealand before you go to travel there. Maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but I remember that when I decided to go, I was like lost because I didn't know anything about New Zealand. So I want you to know a little bit of this beautiful country before going there. First, the weather and the landscape. When going to New Zealand? Okay, this is a very good question because I don't know where are you from, but I'm from a very hot country, so I was very scared about the weather. I was scared if it was very cold and I got freezed, so I was very nervous about that. New Zealand is divided into islands, the north and the south. In the North Island, the weather is a little bit more hotter. Than the South Island that is cold. But if you go in winter, the landscapes are amazing because the mountain has my dog, sorry, she wants to enter. Okay. The mountains, they have snow, so the reflection in the lakes are amazing. So that's a very good point to go in winter. But if you go in summer and if you don't like that much the cold, I think it's like a very good option because it's not that cold, especially in the North Island, that you can go swimming in the sea and etc. Actually, it's quite hot. Okay, so I suggest you to go anytime you want. Another thing is, well, what to pack to New Zealand. I will suggest the most important is hiking boots because New Zealand has a lot of beautiful mountains that you must hike. So I will suggest hiking boots and as well raincoat. That's very important because I think something of New Zealand is that it can rain in any time. So definitely I will say those two things are like most to take to New Zealand. But as you know, like in every trip, is the best is not to carry that much stuff because the less you carry, the better. Because if you carry a lot of stuff, you cannot buy a lot of souvenirs and stuff, and it's not like comfortable. Okay. The other point is the food. How expensive is New Zealand? This is my dog, Mora. Mora, say hi. Mora. she's not very social. Okay, New Zealand is very expensive, so be aware of that. But what can I say? The kilo of apples, it's like $4, something like that. The milk is like $2 per liter, stuff like that. It's like expensive, but it's very worth it. Around when I make like a shopping, when I made shopping, it was like $80 with like a good stuff. But be aware that New Zealand is expensive. How is the people in New Zealand? The people in New Zealand, they are very, very friendly. Like, they always help you in everything, even if you don't speak the English like me. They will always like try to help you, and don't worry about it. They are very hospitalious people. Even one time, I remember that I was like parking. I was trying to park my van in one house because the parking at the beach was like not very safe, which is weird because New Zealand is very safe. And we were like asking just to random people. We just asked one people actually because they were the first ones, and we were like, hey, can we park our van here? And they were like, yeah, of course, don't worry. So we parked the van, we went to the trekking, we came back, and they were like, oh, you want to have a shower, you want some homemade cookies and stuff. And we were like so surprised that people is very, very friendly. So that's a very good point when you are traveling, because you always need help in anything, like suggestions where to go or where to eat, etc. So people, they are always going to help you. Okay, how much are the hostels? The hostels are between the range. Range is the dressing. The range is between $25 and like, I don't know, they can be very expensive, but I think like the normal one, like the standard price, $25 and $40. It depends where you are, if you are in the cities or if you are in a place that there are not much hostels. Of course they are going to be expensive. And well, the main cities that I was living, it was Auckland and Wellington. Because at the beginning, well, if you're going with the working holiday visa, or if you are thinking like to stay long time in New Zealand, you are like, okay, where should I go, to Auckland or Wellington? Because those cities are the main cities in New Zealand, which Wellington is the biggest, but it's not the capital. The capital is Wellington. Wellington is beautiful. It's surrounded by trees and beautiful mountains. But I didn't like much the weather because it's very windy and cloudy, and I don't like that because I'm from Mexico and it's always sunny here. But at the same time, it's nice, it's beautiful, but the weather, I didn't like it. And I went there in winter, so that make it worse, I'm sure, because if you go in summer, it's very nice, but it's a small city full of hipster people, very good coffee. It's beautiful if you like small cities and a lot of forests. And how is Auckland? Well, Auckland City is very cosmopolitan city. Auckland City is big. It's a big city. A lot of traffic, I will say, but it's beautiful as well. The weather is nicer than Wellington. It's hotter, and there's like so many options of restaurants and everything. Like, there's a lot of everything. So if you like big cities, go to Auckland. Okay, how to travel around New Zealand? I think the best way to travel is with a camper van, because you can sleep there, you can stop anywhere you want. It's like the best choice, and it's definitely the cheapest one, because there is like a buses, of course, but they go like in not such a good timing, so it's not a good option. they are quite expensive. And there is another option, like you can go on tours. Of course, there are like plenty of tours, but they are expensive too. And you know, there is, maybe you like so much one place and you would like to stay like hours there, but if you go with a tour you cannot. You know, you know already the timing of the tours is like a rushing all the time. So the brand that I know is Juicy. It's like very popular in New Zealand and it's very good. Like the quality of the bands, they are very good. They have a good quality, but be careful because in New Zealand you drive in the left. You have to know that. It's very important. The next point is safe to travel alone in New Zealand. It is very safe. Like it's super normal, super common to people doing hitchhiking because anyone is going to pick you up, so don't worry about it. Okay, I would like to tell you a little bit of the working holiday. Like the working holiday works, if you don't know already, it's a visa that allows you to work and travel for a year. But the good thing is that you can extend your visa for 3 extra months. You can extend your visa, but for that you have to work 3 months you have to do farm work in New Zealand. Where to do the farm work? I will suggest, like, there is like 2 fruits that they are very popular and they grow very good in New Zealand, that they are cherries and kiwis. So I had one question. I remember that the money is going to be enough if I work in these kind of jobs to travel, to ski, doing ski and stuff in New Zealand. And yes, you can. So I was working at an average of 40 hours, 35 per week, and I could save money to travel perfectly, so don't worry about it. One good question that I remember that a friend told me was like, so how do you start like a life? Like where do you search for a job? How do you do it? Literally, you just print a lot of CVs and you drop them everywhere. That was one advice of a Chilean friend. Yeah, just drop your CVs anywhere. How to apply to the working holiday visa? I'm going to leave the link in the video of the website of the embassy, New Zealand embassy. So guys, I really suggest you to go to New Zealand. It's a very beautiful country. I never regret to go there. Like, it's amazing. Really, it's beautiful, beautiful. As you remember, Lord of the Rings is like that, or even more beautiful. You won't regret, trust me. Like, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've seen. And I haven't seen it many, but I love New Zealand. If you are a New Zealander, thank you so much for everything. This is all. This is it, guys. Yes, I don't have any other point. Yeah, I don't have any other point. This is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, for taking your time to watch this video. If you have any question about going to New Zealand or anything, just look for me in any of my social media. Yeah, just look for me any of my social media. And thank you so much. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel, and then you can see all the videos, all the new videos that they are coming. And see you later, guys. Hasta luego.